8.2 Asymptote. Determine vertical and horizontal asymptotes. There are two asymptotes, vertical asymptote and horizontal asymptote. Use infinite limit and limits at infinity to determine the horizontal and vertical asymptote. Infinite limit means limit x approaches a from the right or a from the left fx equal to positive or negative infinity. For limits at infinity means limit x approaches positive or negative infinity for the function fx equal to L. We are going to horizontal asymptote. Horizontal asymptote limit at infinity. Limit x approaches positive infinity, fx equal to L1 means when x approaches positive infinity, refer this graph. When x approaches positive infinity, mean x approaches positive infinity. Fx, y approaches to 0. Means the line y equal to 0 is horizontal asymptote. Y equal to 0 is horizontal asymptote. When limit x approaches negative infinity equal to L2, mean x approaches to negative infinity. The graph y approaches to 0. So the line y equal to 0 is horizontal asymptote. Y equal to 0 is a horizontal asymptote. Means line L1 and L2 are the horizontal asymptote, and the graph approaches L1 and L2 as x approaches positive infinity and x approaches negative infinity respectively. Okay, now vertical asymptote. Limit x approaches a from the right, fx equal to positive infinity. We can refer this graph. When x approaches a from the right, look at graph here. When x approaches a refer to point 0. When x approaches 0 from the right, for this graph, we look y is increased. y is increased. So equal to positive infinity. When limit x approaches a from the right, fx equal to negative infinity means, look at this graph. Look at this graph. When a refer to 0.0, x approaches a from the right. From this graph, y is decreased. Means negative infinity. For limit x approaches a from the left, fx equal to positive infinity means, look at this graph. Look at this graph. Refer x is 0. X is 0. And look at graph here. When x approaches a from the left, that means x approaches 0 from the left. Look at this graph first. Y is increased. Look at here, y is increased. Means positive infinity. And then look at this graph. Limit x approaches a from the left, fx equal to negative infinity means, from this graph, x approaches 0 from the left. 0 from the left, and look at this graph, y is decreased. Y this is decreased, negative infinity. Means the line x equal to a, is a vertical asymptote. That means x equal to a, that means here lah, line here is a vertical asymptote. And for this graph, x equal to a is a vertical asymptote. That means the line x equal to 0 is a vertical asymptote.